Recently, it has become a problem, the conversation about diamond parting being bad or irresponsible or misshapen or being a horrible choice for locks has come into my space a little too many times. And I want to do my best to set the record straight because there's a lot of misinformation being spread, and I believe you deserve better. This is going to be an informational rant, so if you care to join me while I hop on my soapbox, stay tuned. So I went on a hunt for some of the misinformation, if you will. I didn't spend too much time trying to find bad information, but I did spend some time. And so I would like to share some of this content with you and then take a step back and just review it. So let's begin, shall we?
So, quick thing, the reason I do not do diamond parts is because I
just want to stop there for a second, because you preface this with you don't do it, but then you're going to continue on, and I'm gonna let the video finish, but okay, I'm gonna let it finish.
So, quick thing, the reason I do not do diamond parts is because our head is not shaped that way. So diamond parts don't always come out as all diamonds. They sometimes look like triangles to me, and they don't go in unison. The head is not shaped. Most of our heads are almond shaped, round, oval. So diamond parts, when you're making them, some people are a stickler about them. I'm not a fan of them, so that's why I don't offer diamond shaped parts, because that's not the normal shape of our head. When you're doing brick parts, they shape better, they sit better. So diamond parts, they don't sit well for me. They don't come out to be as neat and orderly as brick parts.
Personally, I've never seen somebody with I take that back. I have seen somebody with a square head, but for the most part, ain't nobody head shaped like a square. So to argue that because diamonds are not the normal shape of a head, I don't do them. To me, it just doesn't sound productive. It's like, do you hear what you're saying? I can tell you for a fact, the diamond parting system is one of the hardest parting systems to execute. When I teach my trainees, when I was taught the diamond parting system even, it requires a lot of grace. It requires a lot of patience. It is low-key sacred geometry. You are taking a diamond shape and putting it onto a round head. Yes. At the same time, it can be done. If they can make Legos that are flat and rectangle, if they can make them round like an earth, like a globe, diamond partings can exist, okay? In geometry, it makes sense how you can get diamonds on a round shape, but it takes time, patience, and understanding of the head shape. If you don't understand it, or if you have not taken time to understand it, yeah, it's going to be difficult to you. And yeah, your diamonds is going to look like rectangles. But what I want you to take from this is, just because a lot of people don't offer it, do not make it something that is not worth being offered. It should be a signal to you if someone is saying, oh, this is a bad parting system, I don't do that parting system. To me, that's a red flag that, oh, you're just not willing to be trained on it. Because why is it that you don't do it? Can you explain it to me other than it don't feel right, or it don't look right? Give me some more knowledge and education, but I digress. Maybe that's just me. I have one more example that I would like to share with you.
The shape of your parts will greatly affect whether your locks are going to be cylindrical or not. If you have like circular parts or like square parts, the chances of your locks being cylindrical will be much higher than someone who has like triangular parts or like rectangular parts, right? The parts of the shape of the part of your lock is like the foundation of how the shape of your locks are going to be. So if you are someone that from the beginning of your lock journey, you have to decide what it is you're looking for, if you want something that will be perfectly cylindrical, then you want to make sure that you start with parts that are roundish or squarish, just like uniform around, so that your locks are going to form cylindrical shape as they grow. Now,
so I appreciate that. And for the most part, I agree. But what this is insinuating, or rather what was in the comments for this video when it came to diamond parts, was that they too cause locks to grow flat. However, if your hair is parted with square brick laid parting systems, they can become flat. If they're parted with crescent shaped parting systems, they can grow flat. If they're shaped with rectangular parts, they can grow flat. The flatness that your locks are experiencing is not necessarily a direct correlation with the part, as much as it's a reflection of how you are grooming your hair. So if you are choosing to not groom your hair regularly, yes, you have no shape to it in the beginning. If you are not shaping that hair, it's going to do it at once. And you're going to be laying on it with your head and it might grow flat. It's just the nature of the parting. So to say, or rather what I want you to take from this, diamond partings do not make the locks flat. That's the fact. Next example.
This is my first time doing diamond parting system. I taught myself 20 minutes before he came. How did I do?
Y'all, sadly, this is the norm. This is the industry. This is, I hope you all listen to my podcast, because tomorrow's episode is really going to just expand your mind. But sadly, this is so common right now within the lock community, within the industry of locks. I had to take the audio off of it because I had music playing on it. But you're telling somebody that you're going to start their lock journey with a foundation that they're going to have for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years, and you're teaching yourself how to do it 20 minutes before they arrive? And I would say, to the first video we watched, this is an example of how you say, you as a consumer say you want diamonds, but then when you look through it, they look like squares and rectangles. Squares and rectangles. You don't know what you're doing is the short end of it. The diamond parting system is one of the more intricate parting systems, but it is created and designed especially for people that have low density hair that do not want to see a lot of scalp, because the ways in which the diamonds fall on each other, because of how we have a round head, allow for there to be less scalp being shown. In addition to that, and it really burns me up because a lot of the diamond parting system, there's plenty of ways to do things, but I believe what I've seen behind the chair, what I see when people come to see me, when people have consultations with me and they send me pictures and they say that they got a diamond parting system, and I look at their parts or their pictures, and I'm like, we have to realize there are a lot of locticians, stylists that are out here doing it for the internet, doing it for the gram, as they used to say back in my day. Meaning, they start your diamond parting system in the back, so it looked like diamonds in the back when they kind of hold it up, and you see some diamonds right there in the back. But when you get to the front and the sides, it's a bunch of rectangles and circles and rhombi cubes, quadrilaterals. It's misshapen because it's not. How do I want to say this? I'm trying to say this in the most politically correct manner. It's a science to parting. And I would say that braiders would agree there. There's a science to it. Like, some people can part and some people can part, okay? when you're looking for a diamond parting system, you're looking for the people that can part. Okay? And so it's really not enough for you to see the diamond parts on Instagram and see them holding them in the back. Look at the front. Some of the key principles with the diamond parting system. Every one part should be a diamond, and then we put 4 of the parts together, they should also make a diamond. To end a diamond parting system, it finishes at the crown. The crown of your head should have a diamond there, but there's no diamond there. It's not diamond parts. One of the other things is that the parting system should be continuous from the front of your head to the back of your head. All the parts should intersect and intertwine. That is part of the geometry to get the diamonds on your head. But if you have parts starting here and starting over here, and then they don't connect there and they don't connect there, the diamonds ain't diamonding. Again, and that's when we get in these conversations with, oh, it reminds me of interlocking, and how people that are not trained on interlocking, they don't know interlocking, will try interlocking. That person's head is messed up. That person comes back and they're like, oh, interlocking is bad. It's like, no, you don't know how to interlock. And so that's why it's bad. But you're not going to acknowledge that you didn't want to invest in interlocking. You're just going to blame the interlocking. Oh, okay. Same thing feels like it's happening here. You didn't want to invest in learning how to properly do diamond parting systems. You just want to kind of watch and see, oh, I see how they did it on TikTok. Oh, I see how they're kind of doing on YouTube. Oh, I kind of see how it's going. Let me just teach myself in 20 minutes. And then wonder why in a year or two, when they're like, I see all this scalp, my lock's starting to fall out, and, you know, I had the parts don't align. Diamond parting system is not a good parting system. You shouldn't get that parting system. You didn't have diamonds to begin with. Respectfully. And rant. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize that I had to go there, but really the amount of emails and comments that I've been receiving is it's really sending me over the edge. So this is my response. This is what I shared with them. I'm sharing it with you as well. Please let me know in the comments if you've had a similar experience or if this helps to clarify the diamond parting system for you. As always, I'm wishing you peace, love, and goodbye.